Hello farmers and welcome back to Griffin, Indiana, prepping our cereal crop field for some, I think I'm going to plant oats. I don't remember what I said I was going to plant in here previously. I may have said oats, but we're going to go with oats because I've always heard in Farming Simulator 19 that oats tends to give you more straw than the other cereal crops. I'm not sure if that's true or not. It may be just rumor, but we're going to go ahead and plant oats this year in this big cereal crop field that we now have. But we are prepping it with a little bit of lime. It's not taking too much. I think the field didn't need as much as I originally thought it did. It's just not dwindling down as much. Actually, I probably should check. Is it on? Make sure it's on automatic. It is on automatic application rate, so it should be putting down as much as it needs. We do have Frank next to us, kind of, in the Vulture. He's over there. Yeah, right there. He's spreading down some cow manure, getting the fertilizer down. It may not need another application after we plant, which we'll be doing this episode, but it won't be in this in-game day because the ground temperature is just a little bit too cold for it. We need to be at 43 degrees. We're at 36. It is still the first day of spring, so we'll have the advanced time. I didn't actually look at the weather to see how warm it's going to be here. Today is 51. Tomorrow is not that warm of a day, so we may have to skip a couple days. Hopefully not to the. I just saw rain in the forecast coming up, so hopefully it won't be a rainy day when we're seeding. If it's raining, we'll probably skip that day as well. But I don't want to skip too many days because the sooner we plant, the sooner we should be able to harvest, hopefully the beginning of summer. The earlier the better, so we can get our soybeans in here. Let's come over to here. I think this field needed lime. I just checked. pH value is, well, it just said bad. So we're going to head and spread some lime down. This is our new field that we purchased recently. So it'll probably take a whole bunch of lime if it's bad. Yeah, you can see the rate and the Breedle spreader just dropping very fast. So hopefully I got enough cow manure for the big field. I'm not too sure. I probably should check the stats on that. But if the worker gets through, he gets through. If he doesn't, he doesn't. Not that big of a deal. Well, is it a big deal? Nah, it's not that big of a deal. Then we'll just have to use artificial fertilizer. I had to double check myself. We are up to 220 cattle. For me, it's been almost 2 weeks since I last been on Griffin, Indiana. So I had to catch up myself a little bit for the past 15, 20 minutes or so, just going, where did I leave off at? And I was like, okay, it's springtime, all right. I had to catch up on everything. So if I repeat myself a little bit, it's because I don't remember exactly what we did last episode. So like I said, we're going to let Frank go for the rest of the day, fertilizing that field. Shouldn't take him too long. He's only been at it for like 5 minutes. He's already moving along rather well. I wonder if I'm going to be able to finish liming this field with the tank that I got. If not, it's not that big of a deal. It's like $3 grand to fill this up. It was nice when I logged in, though. I don't remember how we got up to $371,000 in the bank account, but that's always good to see. A lot of my Farming Simulator videos, it always seems like I'm struggling with the cash because, you know me, in the beginning, I always like to take out a huge loan, get a lot of stuff as I possibly can, and work on it from there. So I think our plan is to, like I said, buy the field in front of us maybe, and also maybe field 60. I think that's field 60 over there, and we'll merge these 3 fields together and keep fields 13 and 17, which that's the one Frank's working in. We'll keep those together. So we'll have like 2 big fields over here of cereal crop and soybeans. Make sure we get a lot of straw for our cattle, and of course the extra grain will be nice. Sell that whenever we can. I also saw that I have almost like 200,000 liters of soybean I'm going to be selling this year. So that's going to be a good amount of money coming on in. I do have about 100,000 liters of milk currently waiting to be sold, but the price is not that good. I kind of remember that a little bit last episode. So we won't be selling the milk today, but like I said, a couple days from now, who knows, the price might be good. So that's the whole point of the dairy farm that we're trying to run here. As we get along, we get more cows. I mean, the main income is going to be the milk. I originally thought, I know I talked about it for a long time ago, but not recently, about putting down a cheese factory. So obviously we'd probably have to take milk to the cheese factory and sell the milk. But I think we're going to have our hands full of taking care of the fields and the cows and adding more little things to do on the farm. Probably not the smartest thing to do, because we do need to move the series on a little bit. We are getting ever so closer to November 22nd. What you say? Yeah, still a month and a half away now. I remember originally talking about it. I think we said, it's only 3 months away. Now it's a month and a half away. It just gets closer and closer, and the closer it gets, it seems like the faster the time is going by here. Now, like I said, our goal is 2,000 cattle on this dairy farm, and I plan on continuing it until we get up to 2,000 and make sure we can. I don't want to say survive. Surviving is not the problem. Is the demand that the 2,000 cattle are going to have on the farm in seasons. Can we keep up? I'm pretty sure we'll be able to, because usually I play at a high rate of speed, so you can always slow down time and keep up with it. Is this going to be a lot of work for one person to maintain 2,000 cattle? But should not be that much of an issue. At least I don't think so. At least I don't think so. Frank, you almost done? Because I'm just about done here. Oh, oh, come on. I wasn't paying attention how much I had in the spreader. Just enough to where I couldn't finish the field. All right, let's fold that up. Let's go refill. Drive right across the field here. I'm curious, did he get the manure spread over to here? Looks like he did, so good job on him. Eventually, we'll probably buy this field here. This will be the next, I want to say, real big purchase. But we won't purchase this field until we don't have enough corn silage. But we got plenty of corn silage for the amount of cows that we have now. You want to open up? There we go. Open on up. And let's top this off and go finish that. I got to top it off anyways because I think I want to go up and top off the grass fields with some lime as well. While that's filling up, let me just get into here. So what am I currently on? This is the pH level right here, so everything looks really, really good. You can see that little spot I got to do. Up here, it looks like it's in the medium category-ish. Yeah, we're kind of like in the middle. It's not like it needs it, but it probably wouldn't hurt to get up there and actually get it done, maybe. Won't be today, though. There's our lovely canola sitting there. That'll be harvested in early summer. Sooner the better, so we can get our corn planted in there. It's going to be a little bit weird trying to hire a worker and do corn silage in that field, but I shall see how it goes. Now it's 3,400. I think the price of lime changes on this map. I thought it was a steady price, but guess not. At some point, I always say this in every map, so I shouldn't say at some point, but I would like to get a landscaping day in here till we can make some more roads, and that way I'm not always driving across grass areas and such. Just make it a little bit more realistic and make it look more accurate. It is kind of nice now. A long time ago, I said don't want to turn off traffic on this map, and now having traffic off is kind of nice. In the beginning, every time I play on a map, I always like leaving traffic on. But after a while, it's like, all right, I'm getting a little traffic can frustrate you. I wonder how FS22 is going to be with traffic. I know they made some changes. I think they said they made some changes with the AI traffic in FS22. We'll see pretty soon. And I've already pre-purchased my Farming Simulator 22 copy, so getting kind of excited to... I really would like to start playing on another map, but with this one going on, this one's going to take a while, and of course we're on Wither Farms on the other series. It's going to be nice to actually start playing on another map, because I've been on these two maps now for quite a while, so getting on another map would be kind of nice when FS22 comes out, but being a new game, there's going to be a lot of new elements into it. So it should be rather interesting. While we're waiting for Frank to finish up, and then I can skip a day or maybe two, let's go ahead and we'll park this over here for now, like I always do, just start parking things everywhere. Alright, let's go get our case tractor and put some Vaseline on our 1870 drill and see if we can get it out of here. The one thing I need to do, I can tell, is I got to get the case tractor kind of in the middle of these pylons. Weight loading these beams in this shed here. Alright. And hopefully if I just drive kind of forward in the center, that drill will just come out. I don't even want to look back. I'm guessing I'm going to get stuck. Okay, I didn't get stuck there. Alright, if I just keep driving straight out. There we go. I mean, in real life, the wheels will probably get bent and all that, but it is what it is. It just barely fits in there. When I saw that, I'm like, oh, that should have no problem fitting anything in there. I did not realize that these drills were as wide as they are when they fold up. Now we're going to sneak on over here and grab our tank. Should have plenty of, yeah, should have plenty of seed in. I think I got plenty of seed in from last season. If I back up slowly, it's not that difficult. It is when you hit. Oh, I remember that last year when I parked it in here. I tried to park that in there, and I think I got this stuck. All right. Let's just go ahead and move this forward, and what we'll do is we'll take the Deutz Fire, we'll unload the Bredal spreader, and we'll come out and take it out with that. Let's see. Hoses, PTO shaft, and detach. There's another mod I would like to see in Farming Simulator B in the base game where it's manual attach, where you have to get out and do that. When it first came out, I was like, yeah, I'm not sure I want to quite do that all the time, but you know, I've gotten so used to it. Okay, we just need to attach that onto there. And we'll get it lined up roughly. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Frank, I don't think you're quite done. My guess is you didn't get the little nooks and crannies at the southern end. Get that all reattached so I don't forget. And slowly back on in. I think that should be good right there. And then you got to get just right for the hose. There we go. Right spot. Alright, so what do we got in the tank? We got plenty in the tank. Let's switch this over to oats right now so I don't forget later on. Alright, so Frank, where did you end up? Actually, you're down here. Congratulations. Nitrogen level, not too bad. Oh, I can't jump in the vehicle. Gotta go to that map. There we go. And now we'll turn this around and we'll start spreading some cow manure ourselves. And spread the good stuff. I'm going to be kind of curious. I'm going to check the manure level at the cow barn here once I get done to see how much is actually left. But I think this field actually had a really pretty good rate. Actually, let me put it back on helper. You should be able to do that for yourself for a second. How much manure do we actually got left in the barn? Well, just under 100,000 liters still, so that's not too bad. And after I fertilize this, I won't have another field to fertilize until summertime, so the cows should be able to stockpile some more manure for us. Oh, wait a minute. I may actually have to do the grass fields one more time. Where actually is that level? Yeah, it seems a little bit low, maybe? No, actually it's pretty darn high. Alright, so maybe I got enough fertilizer down. I mean, not to fertilize those grass fields. That works out rather well. Start stockpiling up some manure for the summertime. Alright, I'm going to help Frank finish up fertilizing this field here. And then I'll skip forward a couple days. Well, hopefully just one day. But I got to get that ground temperature up to at least 43 degrees. And then, how do you see yourself as being done? I don't think Frank wants to work the rest of the day. So I guess I'll have to finish it. But I'll fast forward until the ground temperature gets up high enough. And then we'll go ahead and start planting some oats. Fast forward a couple days, and I almost ran out of water for the cows, so I got to make sure I leave that on when I'm fast forwarding. 133,000 liters of milk we do have. The question is, what's the milk price? $13.21, but it's dropping. So since I don't need the cash, not a big deal. We'll leave the milk there. The cows are looking good. After a couple days, actually, we're up to now 229 cattle. Not too bad, but you can see, well, if I can leave the stats page there, cleanliness is so-so. Water is filling up. TMR was filling up currently as we speak. So that should be good to go here shortly. But overall, do you guys have straw still? Looks like they might be out of straw, so I may have to go ahead and take care of that. Yep, sometime today. Oh, yeah, how much manure did I got left? Or now? Almost up to 200,000 liters, so it's piling up really, really quick. So everything is set here. We got the field all set, ready to be planted today with some oats. And I think we're just going to jump on down there and get started. If I can scroll in a little bit here, and we parked it right here. Probably the first thing I will do this morning is we'll go to our little toolbox over here, and we'll try to fix everything up for the season. I mean, this tractor is in pretty darn good shape, so it's not going to be too expensive. And I don't expect the drills to be that far down the list either for repair. But we shall see what we got here. Yeah, that condition's in pretty good shape. 136 bucks. Yeah, we'll do that. And we'll repair this for 303. And the seed tank, I mean, what can go wrong with, well, I guess it does, it's an air tank, so I guess it could have some issues. Oh, look at the canola. That grew pretty darn good in the last couple days. Yeah, that's down a little bit. So, that's almost a $1,200 repair there. So that's probably had not been repaired since day one since we got it. Plenty of seeds in the tank, so I'm not going to worry about that at all. It's on oats, so we're ready to go. We are ready to go here. Plenty of diesel fuel, so I'm not going to bother fueling up the tractor yet. Alright, let's sneak down through here. And let's go ahead and unfold. I'm not going to hit the fence over there. I might, so let's go ahead and pull forward a little bit more. Gotta love hydraulics. It's amazing how they can move that much weight. All right, wait for all the closers to lower before I try to lower the drill. Okay, I think it's ready to be lowered. Always got to give it a second, and we are set to drill our oats in. Get myself kind of lined up now. Last year, hopefully I did a decent enough job to where I don't have to drill too close to these telephone poles down here. And we'll try not to clip any of them as they move along. So yeah, we're just going with oats just because I've always heard, well, I shouldn't say always heard, I heard way back when somebody did a test and they said they got more straw from oats than they did with wheat or barley. I'm not sure if that's true or not. And since I really don't care what cereal crop that we plant, we just want the straw. Well, if oats does give us more straw, that's the whole point. Now, currently, the one field that, or the fields that we had last season, that's enough straw to keep our dairy farm going, but slowly but surely, like I always say, we're just going to get more and more cattle, and before you know it, I'm going to need every probably little piece of straw that we have when we harvest. Yeah, I left myself plenty of room from these telephone poles than what we used to have. I'm also going to plant that field right over there with some oats, but take care of this field first. What I may do just to keep it kind of interesting in the future when we do have field number 14 already. And I turned too tight. That was kind of stupid of me. Should have remembered. But yeah, we're going to keep this field that we're in separate from those fields over there. So I'll plant 2 different types of cereal crop in each field, just to mix it up. So it shouldn't take us too long to plant this field with this 1870 drill and C850. I was going to say 870, but it's an 850 air tank. Make quick work of this. Now this should be our first, I think this is the first time we planted with these 2 fields being combined. But it should be a pretty darn good harvest early summer. But I am thinking this year, after we sell the soybeans, because like I said, I got about 200,000 liters of soybeans. So that's going to bring me in like about $250,000 if the price is really good. And by selling all the milk as well, we might have enough money to buy these 2 fields over here, which is field 15 and 16. There we go. Don't turn it too tight and the drill won't get stuck on the air cart. Trying to get Frank to work spread manure in this section of the field the other just before I did the jump cut. Yeah, he was having some problems down here for some reason. Every time he got to the end of a row, he's like, "Yeah, I'm done." I was like, "Okay, I'm not sure why you want to keep quitting." Still got, I won't say plenty more of the field up, but there was enough field there. So I don't know why he didn't see it. Well, I mean, he didn't see it. I mean, why the AI worker didn't see it. No problems. I did bring the Vultra and the manure spreader back on up to the farm and park that up. So I don't think I need to spread manure anywhere else until, like I said, we turn these fields over. And I think I'm just going to get 2 headlands done on this field before I go ahead and just start going back and forth to give me some room to turn around. It is going to be rather weird because on this series here we're using a lot of big equipment. Wither Farms, I would like to have a little bit bigger equipment on that one. But when the FS22 comes out, I think what I'm going to do, I am going to play with seasons on the, I forgot the name of the map already, but the American map. I'll play on that one, and I'm going to try to run a small farm on that one. Just use a lot of small equipment. At least that's, I think I'm going to try to stick with that plan. So I know what's going to happen in the future when maps start coming out. I'm going to do the same thing to where, yeah, we start small, but within about 20 episodes, we'll be like, yep, time to go bigger. So I want to use like a lot of the small equipment to start off with and just keep it kind of small. Of course, you know me, I say that now. That's right, I shouldn't say my plan is. My idea is to do that, so... Even, I have the habit, or for some reason I just have the need where I see a field that's like, hey, the field is 9 meters wide. Let's get a 9 meter wide drill. Well, it's only going to take you 10 seconds to plant it with that. I know. You don't need a 9 meter wide drill for that field. I know, but I can use it. Why not? Gotta hold myself back and say, just keep to the small stuff. But here, on this map, definitely need this drill here. In the beginning, probably not so much when we had the smaller fields. But now as the fields get bigger, definitely works out for us. Almost got 1 headland done. Then I'll do 1 more. And then that way I won't start driving around, just go back and forth on the field and making this myself, this job just a little bit easier. About 20 minutes later and we are just about almost done with the big oat field. I think that's what we'll call it for this year anyways. Then we'll scoot on over and quickly finish, or start and finish, field number 14. I did hire a worker. I told Frank to come on down and he was seeding the field for the 20 minutes. I was kind of looking at the map, kind of see, maybe change my ideas around a little bit. I think I'll have to wait and see how the corn chaffing goes this season. in field number 30. I think it's field number 30. It's an odd-shaped field, so hiring a worker to run the forage harvester as I do the shoveling with the Peterbilt and our beautiful trailer that we got. I'll see how it goes. Field 11 is not a bad one to have either. I would like to go over to field 2, 3, 4, and 5 maybe at some point, but that means going over that bridge with a lot of equipment. Actually, okay, yeah, I was thinking, well, the forage harvester and the truck and trailer have no problem getting over there. It's this thing that would have a little bit of issue getting through. But if I just do corn over there, I don't know. I'm probably getting ahead of myself, but something to think about. I'll have to see how this season goes here. But next episode should be probably early summer by the time we roll around to it, because after this, I really don't have nothing else to do in the springtime. So yeah, it'll be like early summer, and maybe this will be kind of ready for harvest. And if not, the canola will be ready for harvest, and we'll have to get the corn in the ground as soon as possible, so we can get that forage harvested. As for the silage we got up at the farm, I may be selling some of that this year, because it doesn't look like I'm going to be using every bit of silage I have left in bunker number 2, we'll call it, I guess. That silage will be just about 2 years old, and that's how long silage in real life kind of is good for. So we'll sell it. I don't know where I can sell it. Maybe down at the BGA is where I can sell it. So I'll have to kind of plan ahead. Bunker 1 does have like just shy of 1 million liters of silage sitting into it that we did last season. So, but that was in the field behind us. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how much corn silage we get out of field number 30 this season. So this field here should be good to go. It might need another... no, fertilizer was fine in this field. There was a line that was kind of low. So yeah, this field should be all set until harvest as well. We'll take a quick look here in a little while after we finish seeding it, which will take me about a couple minutes. We'll get out of the tractor, just jump on the field and see what the field info has to say. But I think it's going to be all good. Find out here very soon. I would like to, though, buy field number 15, so when I come over to work on field number 14, this field here, this looks kind of small because of all the equipment that we have is decent size, so it just makes it look small. But imagine starting off a new map, like we'll just say FS22, and you get to start off with a field this size here, and you're seeding it with a 3-meter wide seeder, base equipment. This thing here is 25 meters. I think maybe just shy 25 meters, so that's pretty much, that'd be 8 3-meter wide drills. So every time I do a pass here, it's like 8 passes with a 3-meter. So yeah, if you're starting off with base equipment, this field is big, but when you got big equipment, now it's small. So I probably would like to buy field 15. That's probably the cheapest field to buy. I probably could buy that one actually currently right now if I wanted to. Looks like there's a crop ready for harvest in there. Hang on a second. Is that a crop ready for harvest? I'm just kind of curious. Actually, it's oats over there. And that field is 185,000. It does have oats into it, and they are withered, though. They are withered. I mean, it'd probably be like a good cover crop. If I were to plow that in, would that actually act as fertilizer, kind of like what oilseed radish does? Not too sure. Something I never really got into, which is like plant oilseed radish and then plow it in to get the fertilizer out of it. Never really got into that stuff. Yep, so this must have been the day that we saw in the forecast earlier that it's going to rain, because the rain apparently is coming pretty darn soon. As long as I get this field done before it rains. And I mean, yes, and in the game you can plant while it's raining, but in real life probably wouldn't want to do it. I'm pretty sure the injectors on the air drill would get clogged with mud and all that. So I actually went through a decent amount of seed today. It is nice having the big air cart behind you like that. We went You can get the air cart with fertilizer and seed, but I just went full seed because with precision farming on... Oh, here comes the rain. Actually, I probably should slow time down. Doesn't matter, it's raining already, but we'll be done here shortly, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, on our air cart, we went with full seed, just because with precision farming, I would probably have to go around later on and fertilize anyway, so it's nice to have. I think this will hold 28,000 liters of seed. So definitely saves you a lot of trips going back and forth and filling on up. And eventually, like I said, when I do some landscaping, we're going to put a road down in between these fields here. And just keep a light drizzle of rain. Don't come into a downpour yet. I want to get this field completed, which we will here in about 30 seconds. And our job is pretty much done other than taking care of the cattle until summertime. And then we'll be harvesting that lovely canola over there. And like I said, somewhere a day or two later maybe, these fields here should be ready to go. Glad I got this job done just in time. And just like that, we are done. Not too bad. Let me get out while that's folding on up. I think it's going to fold up. Hopefully it will. Everything is lifting on up, so it probably should. It does say the nitrogen is bad, so I guess. Nope. Okay, now it says there. What? Bad? That's interesting. I thought when I looked earlier, but then again, now that I've planted. Okay, let me run down here for a second. Let's check this field over here. It looks like the fertilizer is good in this field, but field 17 may need another quote-unquote coating. Actually, this says it's bad as well. So I think it needs 200, and we're at 140, is what I think is what's trying to tell me here. And if I go on down here a little bit, that 140 number probably should drop when I get down to field number 17, I think. Well, looks like it's staying consistent. This is interesting, because I mean, that is... How can the nitrogen level be bad when I'm at 200? And this is in the dark green. That is really high in nitrogen. Not really sure there. So the map is showing me... Okay, so the first number is the number I'm currently at, which should be 200, and it needs 140? So why is it saying it's bad? Is it saying it's bad because I got... Okay, it might be saying it's bad because I got too much nitrogen on the field. Uh-huh. Okay. Maybe that's what it's doing, because having too much nitrogen, it may actually burn the crops. So that... fertilizing before you plant may not be the best idea. May not be the best idea. Yeah, that could be what's going on there. I'm not sure if you know if that's correct or not. Having too much fertilizer in the field in precision farming, that's probably going to give you a bad reading as well. The crop wants 140, and I got 200 down. Well, I can't take the fertilizer back out. It's in there, so it's going to have to stay there. So it's going to hurt the yield a little bit, I guess. Which I'm not sure if that's going to hurt the straw as well. I don't know how precision farming actually gets detailed into that. So if the yield is down, does that make the yield of the straw down as well? I don't know. I'm probably overthinking everything like I sometimes do. But with the rest of the day going to be rain, it looks like I'm pretty much done here. I will leave the tractor and the drill out. It's a little dirty, so let the rain kind of wash it on down. Let it do what it do. And just leave it parked over here next to the Deutz-Fahrer with the spreader. Probably going to spread some lime on the grass field, even though it doesn't really need it too much. I may get to it, may not get to it, who knows. But anyways, yeah, the whole part of the dairy farm up to 231 cattle. I probably need to go up and clean them on out, and everything else is looking really good. The manure is getting right back up there, so that's good. 133,000 liters of milk, and I probably should just double check to see what that price is doing. Yeah, the price is slowly dropping, so someday we'll sell milk at a whole bunch of cash. But the big money maker is going to be this year, 200,000 liters at, I think it peaks at 1,200-ish soybeans. About 1,240. So that's going to be like mid to late summer-ish. We'll be selling that. Probably get like $250,000, and selling the milk is going to be really good for us. So we should be able to buy some land. Like I said, I'm kind of maybe looking, maybe field 11 as well when I need more corn, because trying to get a worker to work in this shaped field here may not be the best thing. So I was looking at these fields over here, and it's like, okay, but now you're making yourself a longer run back up to the bunker silos. So I was thinking, well, field number 11 is not that bad, because it'd be straight up the road there. That'd be pretty good to have right there. But it's an idea to think about. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching. As always, I'll catch you again right here in Griffin, Indiana. But until then, have a good one.